Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, City of Las Vegas Communications Director, David Riggleman. Coming up on this show, while our city continues to cope with the challenges from the coronavirus, we show you how so many are uniting to give love and support to those in need. The councilwoman who represents Ward 2, of course, is Victoria Seaman. She joins me now. Councilwoman, great to see you. We are social distancing, if you couldn't already tell. Normally don't sit this far apart, but hey, this is actually, I think, more than 6 feet. But, we're being safe. We're setting an example.
That's right. Good to be here.
Good to have you on the program. You and I both live in Ward 2, so it's near and dear to our hearts. We know it very well. If you're not exactly sure where Ward 2 is located, we'll have no fear. We're going to show you. We're basically west of the Rainbow Curve is kind of the best way to describe it. If you live in that area or work out in that area, then you are in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. And right now you are represented by Victoria Seaman on the city council. A lot of growth out there. That area west of the 215, we always talk about that, is just exploding again.
Growing fast.
Exactly.
Growing fast.
So your constituents grow every day, I think, as new people move in out there.
This is true.
So, and building's still going on. Despite all that's happening out there, we're still issuing building permits at the city. We're still seeing construction take place.
We're still working at the city.
Exactly.
Which is important to talk about because people don't realize that we are open for business.
Certainly are.
And I have an amazing staff that comes to work social distance every day. We're very safe here, and they are open for business, helping constituents navigate what problems or resources they need.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great place to start because the city, obviously, we want to make sure that we can continue to maintain critical services. Council offices are certainly doing that. As you're going to see today, very, very busy. So some of the things going on out there that we want you to know of, some of the resources that are available. We've set so many resources up to help the community, and Councilwoman's office is right in the forefront of all of having this happen. But we've got a helpline. It's called 229-CARE, 702-229-CARE, C-A-R-E, or that's 2273. If you have questions or concerns, we're averaging, Councilwoman, about 600 calls a day still on that line. And we've set up a blog on our website, lasvegasnevada.gov/coronavirus. 335,000 clicks on that as we record this program. People just need answers to all kinds of things, and they see the city as a resource. Your office is a resource, too, for the constituents.
Very much so. I'm so proud of my team during this time and all the time that they're so helpful to the constituents. And I know a lot of the questions don't pertain to the city, but we are here to help them find out who they need to contact. And we'll continue doing that through this COVID and this COVID-19 and after that. Yeah,
exactly. We obviously, as Councilwoman said, we're still working. Our essential services are still police, fire, city services. Our offices obviously going to continue to operate, doing it safely, but we still need to make sure the government can function through all of this. Councilwoman's office, very, very busy, and I think it's just incredible. You said something before we came on the air about how crises like this will bring out the best in people. And I think
I've seen that.
And I'm seeing you also on the forefront of that because all the things that you have helped organize within your ward and you and your staff, just incredible. Let's start with this. Donating blood. And you didn't just encourage people to donate blood, but you got out there and gave blood yourself. There was a call that went out. The American Red Cross, the company that was formerly United Blood Services, really were getting low on their blood supplies. So there you are out there leading by example, giving blood. I noticed they screen you beforehand. They screen everybody that's giving to do it safely. But
and they reached out to me personally and asked if I could help. And I said, sure thing. And we also organized blood drives through the International Church of Las Vegas. And now, they're not as low as they were. But in a crisis like this, people don't think about giving blood.
Exactly.
And that's how the supplies become low. So I'm really grateful they reached out to me. I'm grateful that people have come out to help them. It's amazing.
Yeah. If you're looking for a way to help, some way to volunteer, you're thinking, gosh, I'm cooped up at home, and if there's something I could do to help someone else, giving blood is certainly one of those things that you can do. If you need some help, we're going to tell you before the end of the show how to get connected to do that. And then, Councilwoman, I love this too. You had posted this on social media. You posted this on Facebook. In fact, it said, supporting our first responders. Thank you for all you do in the community. Now, this was in conjunction with the Ahern Hotel, right?
Yes, and people don't realize that our officers have to take a break and go eat, and sometimes they live far away from where they're working,
True.
the area command they're working out of. And so Ahern Hotel, their restaurant, has offered them to come in. They have a special menu for them, and they can come in and order food and take their breaks over at Ahern Hotel. And I thought it was amazing that they offered this. And Chef Mark from Ward 2.
Oh, yeah.
He is now the chef over at Ahern Hotel. And they're also offering curbside, and the food is excellent.
Outstanding.
So,
and I know, I think you were telling me, don't the officers, when they eat there, they're all social distance?
yeah,
and
they're
all
all
that
social
stuff?
distance.
Yeah,
It's a huge restaurant, and of course you only have maybe 4 or 5 coming in at a time.
Right.
They don't all go at the same time.
No, and they're not open for business. They're just open to let those officers come in and basically have a place to sit.
Yes, and I have to give a shout out to Pink Box because they are dropping off donuts every now and then. My dear friend Judy, she owns Pink Box, and she'll just drop off donuts because she knows that they're going there for breaks. You know, so it's
Love Pink Box.
people are just being so generous.
Donuts make even a pandemic somewhat better, right?
Yes,
Don't they?
definitely.
So, well, very good. And then also too, the donations go on and on. Baskets donated to the Desert Regional Center. There had to have been hundreds of them here. And again, tell us what the Desert Regional Center does and why your office got so involved.
It's a place it's a state organization for the mentally challenged, and my chief of staff, Dave McGowan, has been very involved with them, and he often reaches out to folks to help with things that they need. And every year he organizes Easter baskets for the kids.
Wow.
And so this year I was able to help, and I'm just excited that Dave's so involved and he can let us know.
When you talk about a group that's often forgotten,
Yes.
that would be one of the
Yes.
groups that would be. And so glad that we did that, especially in the middle of all this. Let them know that people are
We're
thinking
here
about
for
it,
them.
despite what's going on.
And they wrote me beautiful cards afterwards for the baskets. It was just amazing.
Good.
It's a great organization.
Kudos to you guys for that. And then if you love pizza, and you live in our ward, then you probably know about Rocco's. You posted this on Facebook. You said, "Thank you to my anonymous donor for having me order food for 400 healthcare workers at Summerlin Hospital Medical Center in Ward 2. This is a lot of pizza, but of course those first responders, those medical staffers out at the hospital, they have not had a break through all of this. They keep going. In fact, what would we do without them?
I don't think Rocco's had a break either.
No. That's a lot of pizza.
It's a lot of pizza, and thank you to my anonymous donor.
Wow.
You know who you are out there, and you didn't want to be recognized, but I'm telling you it was well appreciated what you do. And that's when I say this has brought out the best in people. They just want to give.
Yeah, exactly right. And you're literally putting your money where your mouth is when you're coming up with 400 pizzas for anyone. So how are the hospital staffers when you guys were out there? How are they holding up?
Yeah, they're holding up. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, but they're holding up, and they realize how much people care, and I think that incentivizes them to just keep going.
Yeah. I know that when the Thunderbirds did their flyover of the hospitals, I heard through the news media how much the people out there really appreciated that.
Very much.
Yeah.
Were you able to see that? It was
I did. They flew,
exciting.
right over our house,
Very
and then did a
exciting.
loop and came back by again. So
Yes.
it was really. I didn't get any good video of them.
I
They were
didn't
coming
either.
too fast.
Yeah.
And I wasn't exactly sure where they were going to come, but we did see them. My whole family and I did. So
Yes.
that
Beautiful,
was,
though. It was
the
absolutely
the neighbors.
beautiful.
And the neighbors were all cheering when they went by. The neighbors were all cheering. I thought that touched my heart too.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
it was good stuff. And then. Speaking of, I guess I'm just telling you all my favorite spots here. Payman's Mediterranean is
Our
one of my
favorite
favorites.
restaurants, right?
Exactly. They got into the mix too as well. Payman's donated food to the Summerlin Area Command at Metropolitan Police
Correct.
Department. And there are those guys are there. You can see they're all social distance. That's Sasha Larkin and her team out
She's
at Summerlin
amazing.
Area Command. Yes, she really is.
I really want to encourage people to go on their website because they're offering a huge sort of partnership program where they give you 25% off to donate to a hospital or an organization right now. And so if people want to know more about it and they want to donate, there are certain restaurants that are offering programs to match what you're putting fourth.
Payments being
yes,
one of them.
payments is one of them. So I encourage people to do that. And that's when I said, not only are the people giving, but the businesses are giving, even though they're struggling during this time.
You have to. I mean, that's the thing, Councilwoman, I think that's so heartwarming in all this is that the restaurants are closed, folks. They're not really making very much money these days. They're doing some curbside. That's keeping them afloat.
It keeps them afloat, but it doesn't
they're doing
pay the
just
bills.
maybe a third of the business they normally would at
That's
best.
correct.
And so to donate that kind of make those kind of donations when you're struggling yourself really speaks volumes in my mind.
It does.
So,
It does. We have a great community.
Yeah, and we really do. And companies like Payments, they deserve to thrive when this is all said and done because they've really stepped up. So many have. And then, of course, we're not anywhere near getting done with all the things that you guys are involved with. You had Bags-us, and you posted this on Facebook. You said, "So happy our Easter bags made it out to families today." And I'm afraid to ask how many Easter bags here. It has to be, look at this.
276.
Yeah, okay.
You
You
can ask
know.
my team, they would
Yes,
know each
right
and every
down to
one.
the last bag.
And this was all put together by me and my team and I. So I have to say, they are troopers, Whatever we need, they're ready, willing, and able to do.
Yeah,
so,
that's other duties as assigned, for
yeah,
sure.
now
so.
they know how to put together Easter bags, I can tell you that.
And now, did the bags, where did they go? Who were the families that received them?
Well, International Church of Las Vegas said, we're kind of worried about the children during this time.
Yeah.
And so we offered to do the bags for them. I said, how many children do you think we need? Was about 275. So we put the bags together and we let them distribute them. Some of them went to homes nearby in the ward, and some of them were given out during food distribution to families in need.
Yeah.
And so many people wrote about it on social media, so I know we touched people who actually needed those bags.
Well, and that's the anxiety in all this. Parents have felt so bad that their children can't enjoy simple things like an Easter basket or an
Easter egg hunt.
Yes. Easter egg hunts, all the things that would normally occur.
Church.
Going to church, exactly. Go to worship each week. And then, of course, there's all the students that were expecting to graduate in the traditional way, to have their proms, etc. And it's just been a curveball thrown to literally every single person in our country and around the world.
Yes.
So it's been tough, and got to stay safe, though. We're not out of this yet. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
But people have come together to do different events and different things they've thought out of the box for graduations and different things.
They have.
And this is good.
And I think your point in all this is that through it all, we're going to support people, encourage people, keep moving forward. We'll get through this has been your mantra, and I think people just need to hear that right now. We're just fed up, want everything for this virus to go away, and
the more we post on Facebook about giving, the more constituents reach out to me and ask me how they can give.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And
exactly.
that's essential. I mean, we need that. We need people to get inspired to give, because it makes them feel better during this time.
It does.
We're all stuck at home.
We are in this together, absolutely.
And we're in this together. Yeah. And when you can go out and give, it just makes you feel better.
Yeah, sure does. Sure does. In fact, you posted this on Facebook, speaking of the International Church. Our bags reached homes yesterday, put together by my team through the great people at the International Church of Las Vegas. There was the connection, to all those bags, and it's great that those kids that were the recipients of that had some semblance of normalcy during this time.
And I have to say, the International Church of Las Vegas is feeding thousands a week.
You were telling me about that.
Yeah.
They really are. They have a huge number of people depending on them for food
thousands
right now.
a week.
Yeah.
And if people do need food, I encourage you to contact ICLV and find out when they are giving out food, because they do it every week.
Yeah, that's an amazing thing. Actually, a lot of the churches, St. Elizabeth's in our ward,
they are giving
does the
out
same
food
thing,
as
food
well.
Pantry as well. Yeah. So, and right now, with so many people out of work, unemployment in Nevada record high this week, 16.8%. It's never been that high in our state.
No.
A lot of people are trying to figure out how are we going to make ends meet here. So,
and we still haven't. The people who are trying to get unemployment still haven't received
I
it.
know.
So the numbers are going to keep going up for a while until everybody's able to apply and get their unemployment checks.
So those that are helping with food and other donations, just boy,
It's needed.
It's critical right now.
It is critical.
For sure. And then you had some bags of essentials, speaking of those things, donated to the elderly, women's shelters, things that you can't get to the store to even find sometimes now. Try to find some hand sanitizer anywhere. Try to find, disinfecting wipes. Try to find any of that stuff. Even hand lotion sometimes is really hard to find.
And those are other places that are neglected as
right,
well during this
exactly.
time because there's so many people in need. And so I had a contact, my friend Jen, who said I can get them to the women's shelters. They really need them. And so we donated essential bags as well.
Yeah, that's really critical. A lot of those folks have just been desperate for the things that we just take for granted, but you can't sometimes find right now.
Right.
So, well, good. That was awesome that took place. And then I love this too, Councilwoman. You had posted this on Facebook. You said, I had a great lunch today with Mayor Pro Tem Michelle Fiore and our Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Northwest Area Command officers at Lino's in the Northwest. So you took care of the Summerlin Area Command and also the Northwest Area Command to make sure everybody's covered. So.
Right, we do make sure everybody's covered, and it's great to work with Mayor Pro Tem because she is out there doing what I'm doing and just making sure that essential bags go out, Easter bags, and it's good to team up sometimes so we can hit multiple command centers and different areas.
Yeah, and you guys will do that because the Northwest Area Command used to encompass the ward that we live in now, Ward 2.
That's correct.
It's split off, so many of the people we were in that area for a long time. So good to see the cooperation there. Now, Lino's is in Ward 6,
That's correct.
Correct, yeah, exactly. So
you got to try their food sometime.
Yeah,
it's excellent. And they are offering the same thing that Ahern Hotel is, where those officers out there in that area can stop by, get their food, take a quick break. You know, there's only a few in there at one time, but they absolutely need a place to eat their food. And they can't eat in their car, and sometimes they can't drive all the way home to take their break. So
great point.
This is something that is needed. People don't think about that, but
yeah, they just assume that, they'll take care of it somehow.
No,
and
they need to stop somewhere and get food.
Right, because normally they would go to a restaurant someplace,
correct.
sit down and have their lunch. Yeah, none of us can do that these days. So thanks to Lino's and to Ahern Hotel for carving out a little place for them, at least to park while they have their lunch and I mean park inside. So good stuff. And not everything is not everything, I guess, is bad in this. You still manage to find time to read to kids. We've done Nevada Reading Week, normally is done in person, but of course that kind of thing is out the window right now. So you posted this on Facebook. You said, love reading to children, and you read, 3 books to kids virtually.
Yes, we did The Giving Tree, I Have an Idea, and What Do You Want to Be When You Grow Up? And I got to tell you, these are great books. I enjoyed them myself, and I think it really makes kids think, and they're very animated books.
Yeah, and it's still a way to keep connected normally.
To the children.
I know you go into the classroom. You've done the Cat in the Hat. I've seen you with the Cat in the Hat on in the past and all of that. And but yeah, we're just having to do it different this year. So
and it's still a lot of fun, and I'm sure they're enjoying it.
right. Because they're not in school themselves. They're watching remotely as well.
And they can rewind it if they want.
Right. I like that. I like that part again. Sarah, what did she say? So, well, good stuff. Well, Councilwoman, great to have you on the program. Thanks for all you're doing. We're trying to just hold steady here at the city. We're trying to just take it a day at a time, keep moving forward, keep supporting the community. That's what we're here for. And so,
and we're resilient as a city, and we will bounce back. I just want to give people out there hope and tell them that they can contact our office. But we're Vegas strong, and we're resilient, and we'll be back to where we were before all this happened.
Exactly. It's going to take a little time. We're just going to have to take it a step at a time. So
day at a time.
Right. That's what we always say. That's my family's mantra. We'll just take a day at a time. So. But we always want to hear from you out there. So if you have something you'd like to share with Councilwoman Victoria Seaman, yeah, you can find her on Facebook and Twitter. You can also contact the Councilwoman just by picking up the phone. We still have those around here, 702-229-2420. Or you can send her an email at vseaman@lasvegasnevada.gov. And she or one of her staff will get back to you. They always do. Great people in that office all the way around. And so if you have a concern, as Councilwoman said, sometimes what you're asking about isn't really a city issue or not part of our jurisdictional control, but we'll help you find the resources if you can't otherwise.
That's right.
Yeah, do the best we can. So great to have you on the program. Stay safe yourself, and we'll have you back here in 6 weeks with another update.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have you on the show. And don't miss our next show beginning on May 7th with Ward 5 City Councilman Cedric Creer. You can now catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time around. Stay safe, everyone.